Hey everyone, Kate Boer and Fiona Pearman joining you for this week's Facebook Live, where we continue to talk about the importance of focus and presence when it comes to how we show up in our workday, how we show up at home in our personal life, and of course in life as well. And I think this is a really interesting one. It feels like it's something that should be super simple, right? I should be able to focus, but I think, and I'm reading the book Limitless by Jim Quick at the moment, and he talks about how we were really never trained, right? We were never taught how to focus our attention. And of course, not only that, the challenge we have now is that there are distractions everywhere. During our working day, there are emails, there is phone calls, there is texts, there is notifications, there is couriers at the front door, there are dogs at our feet, there is distractions everywhere. And so, this ability to get into focus or flow, to be able to do good, continuous, deep thinking, it's almost disappeared.
Yes, yeah, I think the opportunity here is to start to notice the places in which you are distracted, because we have been trained for distraction. Everything about our world and everything that's going on means that we are constantly being sidelined, pulled into this, notified about that, asked a question about this, whether it's, via Slack or some other channel. There's always things going on that require or seem to require our immediate attention. And sometimes it's really important that we press pause and we allow ourselves a different quality of time. And this is where focus and presence comes in, that we talked about, how important this is and the value and the benefit of it. And if we don't give ourselves space, if we don't actually carve out and protect that time so that we can have that deep ability to dig into something and really unpack what's going on and really look at it. It might be a strategic piece we need to understand. It might be some content we're preparing. There's so many places where if we could have that uninterrupted, focused, flowful time, the quality of the work and the insights we have is continually amplified. And I think that's the exciting thing here. That's the opportunity we've got.
Yeah, not to mention the productivity. I was on a plane 2 weeks ago, and on that particular plane, there was no Wi-Fi, which was a gift. And I just executed. I had a piece of work I wanted to get done. It probably would have taken a couple of days in between all of this other things that I would have in my normal working day. And to sit on the plane and just execute that out over 2.5 hours. I got up to where I was going and I sent it to Fen. I went, here you go, have a look. And so it was just a really good reminder of how creating that space where you are free from distractions, I call it dedicated focus time, is so incredibly valuable, not just for what you create and develop in that time, but also from a productivity and an efficiency point of view. And I think just from a cognitive load point of view, that piece around constantly kind of diverting our attention always is exhausting. It has a huge impact on how we feel mentally, emotionally, physically, and of course, spiritually. So I think it's something to be really cognizant of. This is about choice of where we put our attention. And many of us have created and trained distraction habits. The opportunity here is to identify awareness, as you said. What are the things that distract my or take my time, energy, or attention away from maybe something that I'm working on? So what are those things? And then being able to figure out how can we start to do things differently. And I think we talk all the time around, small experiments or small acts of confidence. This is just about starting to identify some small behaviors that you can implement in your daily work life. Daily is the best place to start because we're repeating it every day. And so our nervous system, our brain, or every part of our physiology gets used to this and will start to, over time, actually crave these sorts of habits. And whether that's, a 10-minute meditation, a 3-minute walk around the block, any of the sorts of things, the habits that you can actually integrate into your routine, turning your notifications off, your emails off for an hour, whatever it is, all of these things are really supportive to start to retrain good focus habits.
Yes, I'm constantly looking for what are the ways in which we can incorporate this into our already busy lives. What are those micro practices? What are the little pieces that we can do that will actually give us this focus time. And, one of the things we've talked about is the Pomodoro technique. That's an app. It gives you 25 minutes. That doesn't sound like a lot. I can tell you 25 minutes of uninterrupted time to do something will actually feel like quite a long time in today's busy world. Experiment with this, start small, you just give yourselves that 10 minutes each day. This is when I'm not going to be distracted. And the other thing when you've got a deeper piece of work is actually block out 90 minutes in your diary. We do this in our calendars, and everyone's got their all their notifications turned off so that we can be focused and present to actually getting and executing on that work so that the project's done. Because a lot of what happens with all this distraction is things get half done, and we've constantly got to go back and tidy up and fix things up. Whereas if we can get things completed, that will actually give us more time to be focused and present.
Yeah, and not only that, it actually feels like we're making progress, right? So from an engagement and motivation point of view, we feel like we're making progress, and that's huge when it comes to actually, delivering, investing time, and actually having some return on that investment in terms of, value for your organization, value for you, and of course, problems that we're solving. All right, so we're going to wrap it there. If you know someone who could benefit from today's confidence conversation or any of our other Facebook Lives, feel free to share this with them or tag them below. If you'd like to hook into lots of our other videos, head over to our Facebook page. You can access a whole lot of great resources there, including past videos. And of course, if you like us, you'll be notified when we go live. And if you'd like to go deeper with your relationship with core confidence, please visit coreconfidence.com.au.